Hi, this is Hindi with the Reno Women-Owned Business Group, and today we are at Nevada Sunset, Reno's only full production winery owned by a woman, which is something to celebrate. And we're going to meet Kate and take a tour of her facility.
So welcome to the winery. We are Reno's only full production winery, so that's very cool. That means we bring the fruit here, usually from California, but I do actually harvest some fruit from Nevada, so that's super fun. We produce everything right here in the back, and it's all barreled down and ready to bottle. These are some of the wines that we're going to be bottling soon. We've got the Sangiovese, the Petite Syrah, we've got some Pinot Noir. So everything just has been sitting outside. I'm taking advantage of the very cold weather in Reno, so I cold stabilize these wines, and we'll be bottling these probably in the next couple weeks.
So I have a question, a couple actually. How, in 3 words, would you describe your business?
Gosh, 3 words. I think I'd say all the same word. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I genuinely am so excited when anybody walks through the door and discovers that there is winemaking in Reno. That's just the coolest thing. Like, we're actually the only one, so that's super fun. I welcome and welcoming. I am so impressed when people sit around here. Within like 10, 15 minutes, everybody's talking. I've seen so many people develop relationships, go on to have friendships outside of the winery. I think it's the coolest thing. I love being a part of it. I love facilitating it. And I just really love sharing my wines. I'm a winemaker, so this is my art. This is my passion, my joy. I feel like I'm sharing my heart and soul with you. So those are the 3 words. Welcome. I just love for everybody to come in.
And it's good wine, and wine is good for friend making.
That's
too.
Right. It brings people together. That's for sure.
Okay, another question. So if you could run your business anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I'm super lucky. I literally have the 2 places that I would run my business. I'm here. So this is great. I'm in Murphy's, California, and it's the sweetest little wine tasting town you've ever been to. I have so many people that know about it from Reno, and they come over the hill. It's an easy drive. It's such a great experience. Girls trip, little, couples trip is super fun. But I wanted to live and have a life in Reno. I absolutely love it here. So the fact that I get to have a winery here as well is wonderful. And they're so completely different. We were talking about this earlier, that in California, the wine tasting model is very different than what you experience here in Reno. Mm-hmm. So it's super fun to have 2 businesses that are technically the same business, but I get 2 completely different experiences, so it's very fun.
I love that. So here's another question. What was the first thing you sold, or your first client?
Oh, this is so fun. When my husband and I opened up our tasting room in Murphy's, we were so nervous. We are an upstairs tasting room, so you can't walk along the road and look in and see what it looks like. So you're really taking a chance on my business when you follow my steps up the stairs, or my signs up the steps. And so a lot of people, they just kind of walk in hesitant and they come around the corner. So my very first client, when we opened up the door, they came up the steps, and my husband and I knew that they were coming. We could see them out the window, and they kind of hesitantly came around the corner, and my husband and I start screaming, and they're totally in shock, and they're like, "What is happening?" And we're like, "Oh my gosh, welcome, you're our first clients, and we're so excited to host you. We ended up having the best time with this group, and they walked away with a magnum of our family's vineyard, the Napa Cab. So that's a pretty fun first sale.
I love that. Okay, so how about this? What's the best compliment that you've ever received from a customer?
Oh, you know what? I actually received this compliment over and over and over again, and it just never gets old, is people, they come to do the tasting experience. We will pour you an entire flight of wines. You'll get to taste 6 or 7 different wines. And at the end, it is so consistent. It's almost weekly that people say, they like frown and they're like, I liked every one of your wines. And they say, that's really unusual. You know, I go wine tasting and I have my favorites and then some that I don't love. And they're like, I love every one of your wines. And that is just the greatest compliment to me. So
that's why you do what you do.
Yeah, that's right? Exactly right.
And coming from somebody that lived in the Bay Area for a couple decades, have been to many wineries, tasted lots of wine, I think the first time I came here and met you and did a flight, I was just like, wow, like, because a lot of your grapes are from California, so that's probably why I enjoyed it so much, but I couldn't even tell the difference.
Well, a lot of people don't expect us to be able to make good wine in Reno just because it's not an industry here. So we're trying to build an industry. Got a lot of people growing vineyards, even in Reno. I just harvested fruit from Reno itself, right here in Reno proper. Right. So there is fruit out there. We can make great wine. There's not quite enough fruit yet to be 100% Nevada. That's why we do go to California. But it doesn't mean that we can't make great wine here.
No, she took a gamble on Reno and won.
Yeah. Another pun.
I'm so cheesy. Okay. So here's an interesting question for somebody that is around wine all day. How do you unwind after a work day? Because a lot of us unwind with a glass of wine. So what about you?
Honestly, I pop open a beer. That's why I opened a winery right next to a brewery. We've got Lead Dog Brewery next door. So, you know, it takes a lot of good beer to make great wine. You've heard that saying before.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it takes a lot of good beer to make great wine.
I love that. Okay, and then here's something, just because I know that we met through the Reno Women-Owned Business Group.
That's right.
And it's been amazing to see all of the support that has been given to you through the group. We've had an event here we hosted during the holidays, and now I'm seeing events like happening all the time here, and you remodeled to basically incorporate like some event style offerings to a lot of people here in Reno, and a lot of the women, I know they're having it. So if you could just talk about your experience with the community that the Reno Women-Owned Business has given you, it would be great to hear.
Absolutely. I was referred to your group, and there's a lot of groups that you join, and they don't often pay off. A lot of times you're just getting a lot of emails and communications, and it just you don't see any return from it. You literally came in like a week after I joined your group. You came in to meet me and to check out the space, and we hit it off, and you had a great tasting, and like that was so exciting to me that someone like you've got 3,600 members in your group.
Over 38 now, I think.
And the fact that you take the time to come out and meet me personally, that was so exciting. And then when you asked if you could host an event here, we had 20 women-owned businesses set up and featuring their own products. That was amazing. Then all the women that came to support those businesses, it's been absolutely phenomenal. And just getting to know you has been great, and getting to know all the women that have come in because of finding out about my business through your group. It's been incredible. And of course, women love to support women. So
They
there
do.
you go.
And then you add wine.
That's right. Women and wine.
Immediate friends.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, Kate, thanks so much for letting us come in
Thank
and
you.
see and meet you.
I'm so
and-
excited that you are interested. That's
Oh my
so
God.
cool.
It's wine.
Yeah. So again, I just would welcome anybody to come in. I just would love to host you for a tasting. I'd love to share my craft with you.
And you can bring your own food.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you charcuterie girls, you know
Yep.
where to come. And then also you've got a really interesting partnership with a local restaurant down the street.
Oh yeah, it's a new thing, so we're super excited about it. Probably should happen within the next couple of months. There's a new restaurant opening up just down the street called the Reno Bar and Grill, and they specifically bought a delivery truck so that when you're sitting here at my bar, you'll be able to scan a QR code, place your order at the restaurant. It's delivered nice and hot, so you'll be able to have dinner here at the winery. And it's super fun because I can provide you with a full tasting while you're having your dinner, and then you can decide what pairs best with your dinner out of 7 wines. You know, you don't have that opportunity at a restaurant. You'd be snockered by the end of the restaurant if you ordered 7
Right.
glasses of wine, right?
Right.
So that's going to be fantastic. There won't be any delivery charge for your meal, so it's just like the same thing as going to a restaurant. So that's going to be super fun. Very excited for
That
those
is
guys to
wonderful.
open
So you
up.
can sit and eat and drink wine.
That's
and-
right. But in the meantime, yeah, bring your cheese and crackers. Just, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just bring something fun and have a good time. Yeah.
I love
and I'd
that.
love to host anybody for events. We've got a beautiful space, and it's easy to have meetings, birthday parties, girls' day out. You know, super fun.
All right, well, I look forward to seeing everything that you're doing, everything
Yeah.
that's coming up with your remodel and your space,
you.
And this has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for coming.
Cheers.
Cheers.